Aye, this is what you got coming in this video. Stay tuned, it's going to be a long one, so go and get yourself a coffee, we've had an absolute banger of a camp. Waking up above this, it's October and we're baking. Let's say no more, let's run the intro and enjoy the video. See you later. Medic! Oh, that's us at the summit of Hartsop under Dull. Part of a loop we're doing. We'll get to that in a wee bit. First off, let's just say welcome back to the channel. Robert, Moffat Mountain Adventures, and behind me there, Stephen, going to the wild with Steve. We're in the Lake District. Like I say, doing a bit of a loop and a camp. Hopefully meeting up with someone else as well. Well, I say hopefully, we know we are, but the last time I said we're meeting up with this guy, we both got our wires crossed, but this time I'm pretty sure we've got it. And also he's bringing a tent that we're both dying to see. In fact, I'm sure there's a lot on YouTube not dying to get another wee look at it, especially to compare it with what I've currently got in my bag as well. Anyway, I'll drop a wee overlay that he's been filming for us of where we're on this little small summit now, and we'll continue the loop and we'll tell you more about what we're doing as we go. Alright, let's get checked back once we're finished getting ourselves fed and watered. That one for sunset, but that one for sunrise. This was a decently hard earned summit. Our second summit of the day and of this little trip. Stephen's just about to get it first and I'll get it next. He's already tagged this one actually in a previous trip of his own. And this one, let me just do it now. This one's called Hart Crag. Lovely, eh? I think what we're going to do, bags off, spend maybe 10-15 up here, chuck drone up I think, and then we'll continue on to our next one. Was that the third one of the day? Fairfield, so that's the highest of this round that we're doing over the 2 days. Don't want to tempt fate, but behind us is a wee bit of a cloud inversion. Well, we knew that was there. We were expecting it to be there anyway. It's just whether or not it'll remain and then develop and potentially get get better. I'll come back and see in the sun. Right, so we've got one more to go. It's quite a deep down this one, and then a steep pull up, and then we're at our summit. And our wee guest that's joining us, as far as we know, is pretty much there already. In fact, that might be who we can see in the summit of our next one, but we'll fill you all in, those details, let's see when we get there. You've probably already clicked by now, and probably seen it on the thumbnail anyway, where we're going. Ooh, it is warm for October, warm, warm, warm. Oh wow, wow, I spoke to the camera well. Just came down that big lump there, which might not look nothing from there, but that was tough going. I'm fatigued today, you know, just Centre Parks this week with Caitlin, her family, and a lot of cycling and stuff, so my legs just feeling a bit dazed, and I must admit, like, we're starting to get wobbly on the way down there, but we're up there, and that's our summit for tonight. And the good news is, yes, we're on the right summits, so the person that's meeting us is there. Yeah, I will join you back in at the summit, because it's just a kind of straight walk up here, not much else to see till we get to the top. I'm doing a take 2 record here because I forgot to press record. I'll put some overlay as well. Touching the summit for me, and the 2 others have just touched the summit as well. Stevie going to the wild with Steve, and Stevie, Geordie Wildcamper. That's the one that was meant to be with us on the Hartsop camp, which is over there. But a wee bit of miscommunication. But like I say, he has bought the tent that we're dying to show. You know, first time on my channel to show you this tent, so I'm looking forward to it. It falls in the category of ones that I've very much had my eye on, and it was a toss up between that and my Vern one. So yeah. Anyway, gonna get tents up now, and then we can start showing you this bit properly. Looking spectacular tonight. So I've already mentioned it. I'm in the Vern one tonight, and Stephen, the Geordie Wildcamper, is also in a Nortent. As I said, it's not the Nortent I have, it's the one that I might should have held on for. Such is life. This thing is still an absolute banger. So I'm going to do as I normally do and peg out my ground sheet first, and then we'll get the tent up for there. Got some new pegs. I'm not overly keen on the pegs that come in the Nortent, just purely because they take up hundreds of dirt. So I've got these pegs, 3FUL gear ones, after seeing Gavin Cox hiking for health. Seen his channel. I think he had the carbon ones. So I've taken them on night last to see how they're like before I commit to having them as my main tent pegs. Just purely because, well, they might end up being rubbish. Right. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this in this channel before, but I always make sure I build my poles first as well. Just, you know, especially when it's windy, you want them up. Makes it easier for you to try and put your tent in. Let's get them in place. So as always, this is the case of getting the blue pole in first, which is the centre pole for this one. Can't believe how little wind there is tonight. The metal. Right, so I've done something I have never done before, and that is I put 2 little cameras out there for 2 views of a time lapse. I normally put the sun going down if I can, you know, so that's what we've got. And then I've got a really nice looking sunset, especially as the clouds have come in and given it all that lovely orangey red colours that, you know, you can't help. Like, I've also got one that was going this way here, because we all spotted a cloud coming over, which is the start of a word that we're not allowed to mention until it happens. But in the meantime, let's give a quick swatch at everyone's tents. Let's start with Stephen's go-to tent. Which Stephen? We'll go to my Stephen's. I shouldn't keep calling you that. Even Caitlin's saying having a go at me that. So he's in the Erlen, as always, for the last few camps. You've heard of that, haven't you?
Yep, just love how simple it is. You can just fit into any space, goes up in 5 minutes. Frills, just does the job.
I'll pop overlays, see it properly. And that's you in the
Zen Bivvy.
The Zen Bivvy again, nice.
We'll go to again Zen Bivvies. And
no, you didn't really like them, do you?
I've never tried one, but I've been desperate.
Oh, have you?
Have you?
Desperate.
You don't got one yet? No?
Nah, because I'm a side sleeper, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think that's why.
So I'll show you my version, because like, so he's bought a couple of them, and I looked them up, and there's something like, I don't know, 550 I think it was by the time you put them all together.
Yeah.
So I bought a version that I thought, oh, see what this is like, and if I sell it, I'll sell it. So we'll go to my tent now, so I can show the other Stevie what I've got, which is basically like my version of it. And you guys on my channel will know what I'm talking about. So in the Vern one that I'm in, as you see, again, I'll chuck in overlays so you can see properly. But I'm in a Big Agnes 3-in-1, so have a wee good swatch of that.
Right, yeah.
So you've got a quilt system and you've got a normal bag, but the bags, it's not restrictive, it's very relaxed.
What's the weight?
I think between the two of them, like 900.
Alright.
Well,
That's not bad.
Well, yeah, so most of the summer what I've been doing is I haven't been using the inner bag, I've just been using the quilt. It says 12 degrees, but I've had it at least under 10s and it's been absolutely cosy as hell, especially in this thing. This thing's like so bomb.
A lot of people do that now. What they'll do is have a down layer and then a synthetic on top, so the moisture gets absorbed by this and not by your down.
Aye.
Which is a really good idea. So yeah, I like that, mate.
Just blah.
Stop it.
Yep, so we're expecting big things at this tent. Like I say, again, I'm not just going to overlay this, but I want to do a wee separate video. I'll come back in a minute on this. And this is the one that I wanted. I was desperate to see this. And like I say, had I been patient, I might have held off. I probably would have held off to be fair. Because what I wanted was the ultimate 4 season, not just like maybe 4 season, but ultimate. And I think this 100% is. And mine should be, just maybe needs the poles that this thing comes with. This thing comes with DAC poles, eh?
I think that's the best.
That's the game changer, the DAC.
Because I think that was the one weakness that I thought it had really good poles, but DAC you get that.
For those of you who don't know what DAC is, it's just it's a Japanese, is that right?
I'm not too sure.
I think it's Japanese.
Not too sure.
Japanese, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't want to be racist here and start listing all Asian countries, but I'm pretty sure it's Japanese. But they have a set standard that you have to go through their wind tunnels before you're allowed to have a certified DAC poles. And the game changer putting the first Nortent up to the DAC, to me is like, oh wow. Also, I say, I am going to show it properly in a wee minute. I'll put the camera down and I'll sit in it and show you it. But Stevie's setup's looking quite nice as well. Anyway, yeah, fantastic. Right, so straight away, it looks similar to mine, but you can see there's one big difference, and it's this. You've not got, this goes up higher than that, doesn't it?
You can do if you've got some.
Alright, so you can pop this right the way up to about kind of eye level, and the idea is to give you a canopy, so you know, a wee bit of a windbreak, or you know, if it is a bit spitty, but you still want to have a view. But because what it's meant to do is meant to give you more rigidity, because you got now 2 poles coming over and 2 poles, and those extra cross points just, you know, honestly, when you talk about bomb proof, a half decent bomb will bounce off this thing. This is a stunner. And it's slightly bigger inside the mine as well, just ever so slightly, you know. There's a wee bit more room and extra pocket at the top here. I think Andrew Park mentioned that there's a little gear loft at the top, which I don't have on both sides. And then he's went and changed the angle of his washing line. I think I I would have probably done myself actually, but bar than that, what a tent. Yeah. And again, one of the big features that you get with the Vern series and in the Varde now as well is that you have this such a big wide space to play in, you know. So yeah, first little look at the Varde here, eh? Oh, I'm just using the low light setting on the Go Ultra. Look behind me. It's starting. I mean, it's one of them ones where we're not going to say the word, you know, the magic word, but whatever that is over there with the cloud, and I'll tell you what, right, so you won't really appreciate this. It's October 11th, no?
I think so, yeah.
October 11th. So in Scotland, normally this time of year, dead cold. I mean, I think it was 9 degrees when I parked the car up down at Patterdale, It had to be in 16s up here. So what's happening there is you've got lower temperature and there's a higher temperature. And then what happens normally when there is cloud around, that cloud won't rise because the temperature's too hot for it. So then it'll drop. When it gets to the night time, however, there's enough temperature for it to move. So then it then moves and then starts to form. But what you're hoping for is you get that perfect blend where it forms just enough to then when the sun comes back up again and the temperature hits and it pulls it in. And there's a word for that. But I'm not going to say the word because I didn't want to jinx this at all. Yeah?
That's what
Aye.
It ends with S.
Aye. Might do. But it doesn't end with S at all. Ends with S. No, it doesn't matter what word he's trying to spell. We're not playing. But as you can see, there's something in the valley. Might have some overlay shots as well because another Stevie's got these drawn up. Aye. Something's looking good. Anyway, I'm going to shut up for a while. Maybe a wee game changer there, but I'm using the chill beam this time and I put it inside in between the inner and the outer. You can see the little, and it just seems to fit perfect inside the frame, which then gives me this like a perfect view. It's like I'm a bouncer outside a nightclub. They're not coming in.
I didn't realise as well you can see on the camera.
I think I'm actually burnt my head. Looking at my face, it looks like red. God, it was warm today. I'll explain about the temperature thing of the day. 100% that's us shutting off the night. I'll briefly show you this though. We're at the moment, all doors open. I think all the boys are. We're kind of trying to debate how much do we want to shut because, well, there's no wind and it is warm, like t-shirt warm. I'll use the bedding because I always have a duvet no matter what time of year I'm at, but it just feels really warm up here tonight. Not complaining. Right, gonna leave these. If I'm adding this part, then we're going straight into a wee montage for some star shots and cloud time lapsing, and then some drone stuff in the morning. I would have thought. But anyway, good night, everybody.
was it actually consistent yourself?
It's just on the move. Wow, what a camp. I probably mentioned it in the intro, but quite a long video this I would have thought. Till we piece together all the footage. But we're all moving. Yeah, and we'll check back in a bit further on, see where we're at. Not too far till we're back to the car, maybe an hour and a half-ish. And this is where I'm signing out my video. We're just about to hit the cloud. So after that, it'll be claggy till we get back and cold for us. We've been sweating again. Let's say mid-October in Scotland. And this is when you get these inversions. Like say last year, remember, it stays high, so you get this high pressure, hot weather, 16, 17 degrees maybe up here. And it will drop down to about 8 or 9 in the valleys. Mental, eh? Yeah. So that was myself. And we had two Stephens here. Stephen going to the wild and Stephen the Geordie Wildcamper. So until next time, stay safe, take care.
Yeah, it's just because the conditions are just immense.